Hi. Uh, I've decided that I want to share my project, I guess. Um, right now it's called Crystalarium. And the idea is like a digital logic system, like Redstone in Minecraft, something around that, something along that line, where you can like mess with making things like computers. Um, this is Milestone 4 of this project, and it doesn't quite work yet, but um, like I'll show you what the current system has. So there is a camera you can move around. You can zoom in and out based on your mouse position. Um, and the camera is bound to the world as it exists. You can pan with the mouse button, or middle mouse button. Um, and you can also expand the world. Um, if I so want, I can do that. You can look around. There's a mini map. You can also place things. Um, so if I click, it places it. It shoots a laser beam. I'll talk about that later. You can rotate them, and there's multiple things you can place. We've got these. If you rotate these in place, they don't rotate fully because they're rectangles, and it might smash into something else. Um, so we just have a bunch of test things right now, and they all shoot laser beams, if you might have noticed. So I'm going to talk about those. So they shoot laser beams of the upwards facing, if they're rotated, like it's the direction it's pointing. The first upwards facing tile that they have. Um, and there can be two in a tile, these beams. Um, there are settings to make it so that there can only be one. Um, but right now there are two. And these aren't just like visual effects. Agents can these things I'm placing are agents. These agents can use them to communicate or will be able to. Eventually, you can see they have ports on each of their faces. Um, and the red means it's transmitting. So, yeah, it's transmitting. If I hit it here, it's blue for receiving. And if I make it so that they're two on a tile, it's purple. It's transceiving. It's doing both. So eventually, I'll get a system set up to where this can be used for various things. Um, and this system, with the laser beams and such, is pretty flexible. Um, and the concept is that there are different rule sets where things work differently. Um, and this rule set is beams. It's just a test rule set. And we have another test rule set. If I press P, the game crashes because I've forgotten to update the thing. Um, I fixed it on my other computer. I forgot to update the code. Whatever. If we press P, we change rule sets. Um, and you can see these are not shooting laser beams, and we have dark agents and bright agents, but they're both one by one. Um, and if we press, if we press O, we can see that these, not only do they have ports on their faces, they also have ports on their corners. And you can see it's transmitting through one. And ports works and everything works similarly here. And even though there are no visual laser beam effects, um, but they're also they work differently. They can only like by direct contact is the only way that these work. Um, yeah, that's basically it. I could like talk more in depth about how I want things to work, uh, but the basic idea is there's going to be as I want multiple systems where you can mess around and build computers and junk. Um, so I'm just making everything very flexible to permit for that a little later. The next step, milestone 5, hopefully will include the simulation system itself, and we can actually get some fun stuff going on. Um, but yeah, thanks for watching this whatever. Eventually this will be cool. I hope. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I don't make a giant mess. Yeah, thanks.